Hi guys, this is Kindy Smart and I'm Mr. Rios, and today I'm going to talk to you about using sight words in class and at home. So in class here we call them popcorn words because they're words we need to read quickly because they pop up all around us. And here they are, those pesky kindergarten sight words that we've been working on all year long to master and just won't stick sometimes, and we have a hard time. And so I just want to tell you a little bit about them. Basically, sight words are words that are a little bit unusual for us to sound out. So for example, if I have the word here and I asked my student to sound that word out, they'd go h, eh, eh, and they wouldn't get the word because that's a really hard word. It's just one of those things that they have to remember. And the way that we teach sight words is through repetition and getting creative with them and having fun with them and just letting them see that word and exposing it to them in as many different ways as we possibly can. So I'd like to give you a couple of strategies. Some strategies that you can do at home without having any materials with you are clap and spell. So I'll keep using the same word here, H-E-R-E, here, and kind of develop a rhythm, and they'll sort of hear that rhythm and make it a song. You can snap and spell. I'll do a different word, what, W-H-A-T, what. You can sing and spell. For example, the word had. No, that's an easy one because we can sound that one out. We'll go back to what. W-H-A-T, what. And just keep exposing them to those words in all kinds of different ways, and eventually it'll stick. They have to see it, you know, so many times before finally they'll get it. A strategy that you can do at home with materials that you can make really easily is, well, in class I use a sentence frame. So these are some sight words or some popcorn words. I, see, a, and then I have these different picture cards. So this is the word tent, and we'll just put it there, and then I see a tent, and then I'll switch to a different picture card and they'll read it again. I see a, and then whatever you put in its place. But not everybody has these at home, and they can be a little bit pricey. So instead of using this, what you can do is you can make them. All you need is a strip of paper. You don't need anything even as fancy as this. Just get a regular piece of paper and cut a strip, and then write I see a, and draw a line. And then on a different piece of paper, you can have the student draw or write anything that they want. So if they want to use the word tent, that's fine. T-E-N-T, help them spell it, and then draw a tent. So then, as you're working with the student, they still see the sentence frame in front of them. I see a tent. And then you get another card and you write a different word, like car. A-R. And then you draw, it's a really, really bad car. Draw a car, so I see a car. And so they're gonna be exposed over and over to the words I see a. Even though they're learning these words, it's more about the sight words, the popcorn words that they're seeing over and over and over and over. And they're learning sentence structure and so many other things. So that was my piece. Here's Mrs. Johnson.
Hi all, it's Mrs. Johnson again. What I'm going to do today is, I bought this from the 99-cent store. You may even have them laying around, some type of matching game. But I thought I would kick it up a notch by writing some of the high frequency words on them. So as the students are looking for the word, they're not only matching the picture, but they have to find the correct word. If they were to pick this one, 4 and 4, that would be incorrect. They'd have to make sure that they had both 4 and 4 in order to keep the card. Another way to do this kind of game is if you flipped it over and did it concentration style, which is a little more challenging, but it also helps them to think. And you could just play it the old-fashioned way where you flip it over one at a time or 2 at a time and see if you find the matching words. Now, when I play this in class, I always make sure that the students are looking for words that they can read. Again, like Mr. Rio said, the key is repetition, repetition. So not only do I have them read the word, but sometimes I might even kick it up a notch by having them spell it. So if I said 4, for, I might have them spell it F-O-R, for F-O-R, and then they could keep it. So again, they're getting a little more spelling practice doing it that way. These are some of the easier words. If I had a whole group, I actually would put all of them out because they have all of the high frequency words included in this set. So you can just do basic flashcards at home too, make your own out of paper, but I thought this was kind of fun and the kids like different characters. So if you have any around at home, it would be great practice. So that's all for today. Have fun.
All right, families, enjoy. Have a good spring break.